Hey guys, Vazzy back here, and in today's video we have another trade to break down, as it was just announced by Pierre LeBrun that Sean Monahan has been traded to the Winnipeg Jets from the Montreal Canadiens. I gotta say, this was kinda out of nowhere. I thought now that the All-Star break was on, skills competition is tonight, that activity around the league would kinda quiet down, but I guess that was not the case. So let's jump into NHL 24 and look at this trade. So when looking at this trade in game, this is obviously quite a bit simpler than the Elias Lindholm trade that went down a couple of days ago, with the Winnipeg Jets giving up a conditional first-round pick in exchange for Sean Monahan. At time of recording, I don't have conditions on that pick. I'm assuming it's probably dependent on how far the Jets go in the playoffs, but unfortunately no further details, at least of time of recording, on that part. But again, I think this kind of goes and plays into the interest that the Jets likely had in Lindholm, as now they do get their center in Sean Monahan. Currently in game, I have him rated an 83 overall using the new rating system. Obviously in Montreal last year, had a good year but was hurt. Coming off a couple of down years in Calgary, obviously had a really good year. That was a couple of seasons ago now, so there's a quick look at him in game here with the new rating system. I gotta say, I'm kind of glad that I waited to release the roster, because if I would have done it earlier, this trade would not have been included, but since I did, it will be in today's roster update. But with that being said, let's see if the Habs accept. I assume they will, which they do. The first definitely had a little bit more value than Monahan, at least in game. And when looking at the potential lineups here for the Winnipeg Jets for the remainder of the season, I have Connor, Scheifele, Ehlers playing together on that top line. Velarde playing with Monahan and Niederreiter. Really solid second line. I think he can slot up and down the lineup. Third line, Perfetti, Lowry, and Nemestikov. And your fourth line of Appleton, Barron, and Iafallo. I think Lowry, Monahan, you can definitely flip those guys as needed. Defensively, you have Morrissey, Pionk, DeMello, Dillon, Schmidt, and Samberg. And then obviously in net, the likely Vezina winner for this year, Connor Hellebuyck. But final thoughts today, I do like it from the Jets' perspective. They went out, they ended up getting one of their guys on the list after likely missing out on Lindholm. Overall, Jets are kind of a second team to me, being a Winnipeg native myself, so it's a lot to pay giving up a first-round pick for him, but I guess that's kind of what the market is right now, and I think if you waited any longer, it might have even gone up. So I don't hate the return, and obviously from Montreal's perspective, Kent Hughes getting basically 2 first-round picks for taking on Monahan from Calgary. Absolutely fleeced there overall, so I think it is a win-win for both sides. Obviously long-term, I do have to give it to Montreal though. But I do think that is going to do it for today's video, looking at the Sean Monahan trade to the Winnipeg Jets. Definitely let me know what do you guys think of this trade in the comments down below, and I will see you all a little bit later today with a roster update overview video.